So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? This is the GWF, the Gingey Wrassin Forum. I'm your host, DJ Gingey, and alongside here is...
Big Al.
I am DJ Daymen T.
And it is nice to see you all. This is the first podcast that I'm going to be doing, so shout out to DJ Daymen T for helping me operate everything else. Our discussion today is we're going to be talking about the John Cena heel turn that took place and pretty much broke the entire internet. And you could say, without a doubt, I think, in my opinion, could be maybe the greatest heel turn of all time. I know we got Hogan, but this one felt like it was something, honestly. I mean, once again, I know we got Hogan, or maybe it's just because this one's more recent, but it's the aura that Cena had, like the following, and also the cultural impact that he's had in the last few decades. I think that's what makes this so much more impactful. So with you guys, I think we should try and kind of come up with our own theories, dive deep into why Cena chose to sell his soul to The Rock, the final boss. So whoever wants to go first. Got this talking piece. I'll hand it to you first, Al. So,
I mean, Damon, if you want to go first, bro, and I'll finish it off.
All right.
One of you give your insights.
Sounds good.
So what was your lead in, Eric? What do you want to know about the Cena heel turn, or what my mind is thinking about the Cena heel turn?
Just what are you thinking about it?
It's great. It's time. 22 years later. I mean, there's people who could argue, should he have ever done it? Like almost arguing, should the streak have ever been broken with The Undertaker?
That's still heartbreaking today.
That's a question I'm going to ask myself forever. I mean, as a wrestling fan and as an admitted fan of the bad guys, I love it. But again, it's to me an equivalent of, should the streak have ever been broken? Should John Cena have ever turned heel? I feel like it can be and should be a debate forever, unless this heel turn just ends up being epic, and then it'll be like, yes, thank God he turned heel.
Something tells me that, and I not to mention to interrupt, but this heel turn by Cena is going to be the greatest ever. I'm telling it right now. And I had a conversation with somebody on this morning that's a big WWE fan, and he's like, give me your thoughts right away when I saw him. Give me your thoughts on the Cena heel turn. And I was like, masterclass, easily, because they waited 20 years to do this, even though they could have done it a million years ago if they wanted to. I mean, he was a heel before he really became John Cena. But, like, now that they waited, Nick Kong, The Rock, Triple H, everybody in the back, they waited for the perfect time. And now that Cena and The Rock are, like, cohesive, that gives me a question to both of you. Do you think they're going to repeat what they did last year? And I talked to you about this yesterday. Do you even think they're going to have, if Cody finds a partner, if this happens, which I don't know if they're going to do it, because Cena's like 49. I don't know if he's going to like do, and I love Cena, but you got to do credit where credit's due. Are they going to put him to wrestle the night before and then be in the main event the next night? Is that what they're going to do? And if that happens, Cena Rock against Cody and whoever his mystery partner is.
Do you think Cena's lost a step? You mentioned his age.
I mean,
I'm the oldest dude in this room.
I think he looked pretty good at the Chamber. So I don't think he. Not that he's lost a step, but like, I mean, all I want out of John Cena this year before he retires is to win his 17th title. Other than that, I'm rooting for Cena no matter if he was a heel or a face. He will always have me rooting for him.
Yeah, I mean, even with this heel turn, I think it makes much more sense for him to defeat Cody and become a 17-time world champion, because this gives him, I don't know if I want to say like a new edge, but I'd say, you could say that. I don't know how I feel. It gives me kind of a different view, and I've been thinking about all of these theories. Like this one time I watched a video from a YouTuber. His name is Superkick Studios. Cool. And he did a dive in on the Cena heel turn. And it's kind of funny, like, because of how far back it dates. And
How
just
far
like
back?
just like how the story's been going and how, you know, like these subliminal messages can just go over people's heads. The first few times. If you remember the lead up to his match with the Fiend Bray Wyatt at Mania, he was on SmackDown cutting a promo saying, I don't know if I should be in Mania. Like, can I do this anymore?
That was during the COVID year too.
Yeah, he's been saying that. I'd say like the last few years, and you know it's funny because we got all these bigger guys coming in, and Cody is basically what Cena was during Ruthless Aggression and the modern era, whatever you want to call it. So when you think about that, it's really easy to say that you're so good, you're at the top, because there's no competition back then. It was only Cena, but then once they tried to do the
It was Cena and Orton for
Yeah.
like years.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but then they tried to make the whole thing with Roman, but obviously we all know how
Don't
that
forget
went.
about
Force
don't-
feed.
I mean, we can't forget about CM Punk though. I mean, come on.
Yeah. The problem was they favored Cena over him, and obviously the fans hated that. I wouldn't have had a problem if Punk was that top guy back then, because even I saw it when I was about 8 years old. I want to say 2012. Yeah, it was 8. But yeah, I mean it's we're gonna let Triple H cook on this. Personally, that's what I would do. Never doubt his booking again.
It's been pretty good so far. There's been a couple SmackDown episodes.
Vince's right now.
Well, damn right. I mean, but there's been a couple SmackDown episodes that weren't hot, so to speak, and
Yeah,
I heard that
true.
they were actually produced by Road Dogg,
What?
which is unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hearing.
You know, I'm a
about-
fan, but I heard
Yeah,
that like
I was hearing about all that, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit skeptical. But I think I've also been hearing that. Was it true that Vince basically told him, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do all that, pal"? Rah. And I think, what is it now? I think that doesn't he kind of have a bit more freedom? Like, I think that's true, and if so, I think maybe he's still getting used to having a bit of that freedom on his own instead of having.
you think Road Dogg went into like flashback mode and he was booking like he was still under Vince?
Probably. He's probably still getting used to it at this point.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Hey Hunter, I got a great idea. It's called the Kiss My Ass Club.
Somebody's definitely editing that out later, but we'll get into that.
No, I think ass is fine.
Yeah,
If it's not, then we're editing that out too.
it's true.
I think we'll just take care of that. So. Actually, Loki wasn't expecting Damon to say that.
What? I swear.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I
he
said that.
swears. I swear. The thing
I was
is,
saying like on air. I've a few times I've done that and I regret it. So
yeah, I
my
mean,
boss was like at WTA when I went to school there.
I'm pretty sure that's on the list of okay words.
My boss.
which ones?
There's a list in the Studio A,
Yeah.
and I think ass is okay.
Yeah, that is.
It's just a donkey.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Shrek said it.
There you go.
Donkey.
Fretcher Machushka. It's not what he says, but it's an old meme.
All right, so back to what I was saying about what could have been going on, what led Cena to this heel turn. Like I said before, it's easy to say, you know, you're at the top and that you're so much better, but then once all these new guys come in, you're basically telling yourself, I can still do this. I can still hang with the stars of today, only to find out it wasn't even the case. Like Theory, Solo.
This is really sad because I was at that WrestleMania. Did Theory beat Cena?
Yes, he did.
Unfortunately, and the only reason why
the US freaking title,
and the
I
only
was so
reason
mad.
why that happened, and I'll tell you this straight up right now, because Cena wanted to put him over, because that's just how it is. Unfortunately, if that wasn't the case, Cena would have whooped him. So,
Yeah, but what'd that do for him? Nothing.
oh yeah, but my fault. But no, back to what I was saying. if that was the case, Cena would have absolutely freaking destroyed him. If they weren't putting him over Austin Theory over Cena, he would have whooped him.
I found it ironic during the lead up with both Cena's matches with Theory and Sikoa. He would roast them on the mic. He called Solo a fake Taz. He said that basically Theory isn't ready, that he can't hang with them, only for him to pretty much get whooped in the ring. And it was sad. Like that after those matches, it had me thinking, all right, something's got to give. Something's got to be done. We got to do something with Cena. They got to either turn him heel or just have him not be Mr. Nice Guy anymore.
I have a question for you guys.
What is it?
It seems like you both want him to get the 17th title. I'm on the fence still about that. But I get giving it to a modern day legend and not, not to say that, but people are going to forget Ric Flair at some point. John Cena's the current guy. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Young kids, you know what I mean? Like young kids know John Cena. They don't know Ric Flair,
Yeah.
So this is probably why they want to give him the 17th. It's to keep that WWE brand going. Mm-hmm. So saying he needs to get this 17th, is it okay to give it to him as a heel, or should you wait till he turns back to give him his 17th? Do you want Cena raising that 17th title with people booing him, or do you want Cena raising that 17th title for the footage, for the history books, for the video packages for years to come, with people saying yes and not doing thumbs down?
See, that's the interesting thing, right, Al?
No, definitely. But I like to get a take on that. Either way, I don't care. But I'm being serious. Either way, I don't care. To see him do it as a heel would be so sick, though.
It would.
That would be like, I don't care if people personally say, "Let's go, Cena sucks," because they're gonna say that 500 times anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, does it really matter if he does it as a heel or face, or 8-year-old kids that like look up to him? I mean, even I was a little hit hard. I was at a friend's house.
Yeah.
When I watched this, that got me into WWE and was a huge John Cena fan growing up. And we were even starstruck when this all happened. I looked at them. I was like this, like because
His eyes were wide open.
because I couldn't. They were like, no, I'm not joking. Like, my eyes were wide open because John Cena's been my favorite wrestler since the first day I watched WWE.
Did it take the sting off a little more because it was the final boss that he turned with, and you're a final boss fan?
Actually, I think that makes it 1,000 times better.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Those two cohesive together.
Yeah.
Especially after a little bit of a rivalry they had at
And
those
in real life.
WrestleManias.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then helping each other at WrestleMania 32, and then having that huge show off last year in the crazy Bloodline Rules match where he comes out, AA's solo, takes out Roman, AA's him, Rock's music hits, then the whole crowd's like 2012, 2013 all over again.
Does heel John Cena change the AA back to FU?
Yes.
Could be.
I 100% agree.
Predictions: does John Cena bring back his basic thugonomics, or does he do that new theme that Eric shared with me?
Actually, I've been hearing, this is probably a rumor, but I think, isn't Travis Scott doing a theme for Cena? I mean, we're going to find out on Raw in like a few days.
By the way, here's another thing. Why does Travis Scott have anything to do with any of this?
Yeah, I mean,
Cyndi Lauper.
I don't know.
It's Cyndi Lauper. It's Mike Tyson. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just he's a current belle of the ball in pop culture, so that's why.
That doesn't mean he has to be. He can, but it doesn't mean he has to be a part of that.
I'm sure people in the 80s were like, why is Cyndi Lauper the girls just want to have fun lady in the ring with Hulk Hogan?
But never mind.
Ask my dad with his thoughts on that. Roddy Piper was his favorite wrestler of all time. He never told me. I never got like his opinion on Cyndi Lauper being involved back then.
I mean, from a business aspect, it's just smart. Rock and wrestling connection, so now it's the rap and wrestling connection, maybe?
It's true, yeah. I think maybe even Cena being a 17-time world champion could be good from a business standpoint, especially from a casual who doesn't watch wrestling all the time, but maybe follow Cena from like his acting career or or they might have stopped for a bit and maybe just got back into it because of how much of an impact the TKO brand has been helping WWE have on the world so far. I think, I mean, even now, like we are at a time where fans can come back to wrestling and they can love it and they can proudly say that it is cool. Like, you look back at it like 10 years ago, I barely saw anyone wearing any wrestling t-shirts. Compared to now, it's everywhere. And now now there's not only that, but there's also like references on the media, TV, all that. Look at Joe Hendry, for example.
A big Royal Rumble surprise. I probably had the biggest pop out of the entire night. I'd rather have him because like the no legend or no crazy like legends returned. So I'd rather had him at number 30 than Logan Paul.
The work with TNA has been very cool.
Getting
the crossover stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that The Rock just like sits at the board of TKO, like he doesn't even have to do any movies. He could just literally sit there and make thousands of dollars.
You should stay away from movies.
And it's kind of perfect because like you get to retell the Mr. McMahon Stone Cold story. Mm-hmm. Like you get to retell it.
Or Rock when he was with the corporation.
Yep.
You just get to replace the characters modern day and tell the story again 20 years later.
The typical authoritative figure who has gone mad with power, and you got the poster child who's trying to take that empire down. Everybody
wants to beat up their boss.
Yep.
You know.
Well, they're making
everybody
Cody
hates
Rhodes,
them.
They're making Cody Rhodes like the biggest face now. And now that Cena turned heel, he's definitely going to be the biggest heel in the company. So, I mean, it's genius. You know, I mean, like we said, this could have happened a while ago, but the fact that they waited even to this moment just makes it 1,000 times better. Now, when you look at it, you're just like, that hit me for a few days. After that happened, I overwatched it like maybe 3 or 4 times because I was like, what did I just see?
I am with you on that.
All my friends that we've watched WWE for so long, and never I thought in a million years I'd see John Cena turn heel because he's been the biggest face. He just gets like chanted Cena sucks all the time when he used to wrestle because like he used to win like 1,000 titles and people would hate it.
That brings up a point I meant to bring up earlier. Do you think technically Cena's already kind of been a heel because he was that guy you love to hate?
He was, but
that guy you hate to love.
That's true, but he was, but he wasn't. He was a face, but at the same time he really wasn't though.
Right.
He was the face. People just hated him because he would just wait title after title after title after title, and people were like. And then it was like the Roman Reigns speculation all over again until they finally pushed him to be a heel. He was always meant to be a heel. That's the thing. Roman they didn't do it. He also didn't know how to speak until like 2020.
Suffer and suck its ass.
It's the truth, though. It's the truth. Like he was horrible on the mic. And one of my best friends is a diehard Roman Reigns fan. So I know
since day one.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Well.
Since day one-ish.
Yeah, he's been Well, he's been a Roman Reigns fan like his entire life. So, I mean, I don't have anything against Roman. I just don't really. It's like I mind him. I don't really like him. Though,
that's an example of a push gone bad because when the Shield was together, I was like, that's the guy. Out of those 3 guys, that's the guy. Roman's the guy. You wait. He's going to be huge. And then they pushed him too hard where I was like, screw that guy.
Yeah.
Personally, in the Shield, I think the best was Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
I miss Dean Ambrose.
Well, Johnny Moxley's doing Hulk Hogan control over at AEW. But this is a WWE show, so we won't get into that.
His contract doesn't go up till like 2027.
Right, so he's just going to win and keep the belt for...
He's not going back.
What do you guys... Well, Eric gave you his opinion.
I don't think he is. He could.
Your opinion, Damon, do you ever think you would see maybe Dean Ambrose back in WWE again?
I hope so.
Because
I really hope so.
I mean, the way he left is just... It was his last moment with the Shield, and then he just walked away. In 2019.
They need closure to that story. And I think with Hunter there, Moxley will be able to do the matches that he wants to do.
Yeah, and if they bring him back... Like, they definitely have to, like... Here's my opinion. Now that Cena's a heel, they got to put him against Roman now. Like, face Roman against heel Cena. instead of the opposite way around what it was a few years
And
ago.
face Orton.
Right, Orton.
Face
That's
Orton
the biggest
versus
one. And I'm telling you right now,
heel
they
Cena.
have to do one more time with Orton and Cena. That
Yeah.
was probably
Absolutely.
at least one of the greatest rivalries ever, if not up there.
I'm also going to need a Cena Punk.
Yes.
Because if you think about it,
Yes.
Cena and Rock are the reasons Punk left. Because they took his main event.
By the way, did any of you guys see his little promo when he said bald fraud to
Yep.
both of them?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think speculations say it's on now, so.
Yeah, I guess he got like taken off of a few shows. I mean, this may be, K-fob, or they may be feeding us a story, through social media, but I guess he got taken off of the like European tour because Rock and Cena were a little butthurt, over what he said.
Controversy creates cash. Or I think I just said that wrong.
Well, you know what you mean.
Controversy
But
creates-
Roman
Yeah, yeah,
returned,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Roman returned the other night, and he ended up helping Rollins win, but at the end of the day, he really wasn't. He just dragged him out of the ring, did his own move against him, and just started beating the tar out of him.
Yeah.
So I speculation think they have to do Roman, Punk, and Rollins. I assume at WrestleMania.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think that's going to main event night one because
I was gonna.
you
say
see how the build's going with Jey Uso and Gunther.
It's not working.
It absolutely is not. It sucks.
Part of me thinks that Uso's not even gonna get it done. Some people think he's gonna get it done, some people don't. I'm a Jey Uso guy, I like him, but I think Gunther is just gonna it's gonna be not so pleasing for Jack.
When I went to
they won't
WrestleMania 39, I was the only person in again, I'm a bad guy fan, so I was the only person in my section standing.
You were in Vegas?
Hollywood? Yeah, Los Angeles.
39.
My dad lives in San Diego, so
You
it
saw
kind of
Roman Cody-
worked out
You
payment
saw
wise.
Roman Cody Part 1.
I did see
Nice.
Roman Cody Part 1. But I was the only one in my section who stood for Gunther, and I put my hands behind my back, and I did the Imperium pose, and there was little kids looking at me like, I want to beat you up. It was great.
I mean, they're probably like, what is this guy doing?
It's probably my favorite thing to do is to cheer for the bad guys just to get little kids
Well, my
around me
friend-
mad.
My friend loves the heels too, so
Yeah.
you guys would be like really good buddies. I'm the exact opposite. I love the faces. I mean, I like some heels, but faces are. those are my
Yeah.
favorites.
Listen, it's harder to be a face,
I mean, I feel like.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's technically kind of harder to be a heel because all of them are crapping on you like 20%?
I
Personally, yes, for your soul maybe, but as far as like playing the character,
yeah.
I can go out and piss on any hometown at any given moment. You know what I
And,
mean?
like their motivations too, like Drew, for example, Kevin Owens, they all had reasons to turn heel, and yet people hate them. It's like, I'm doing this, but yet you guys still hate me for it. Like, come on.
Most of
Really?
the heels have valid gripes nowadays.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Well, I feel like they're
Cena
trying
could be
to-
one.
He's already gonna be up in that. What I'm saying is that I feel like they're having more heels now than faces, because that's what they've been trying to build the last few years. Because like mostly it's just been faces, and there hasn't been much heels. And then of course Roman had his 4-year run, so but now that he's back to a face. Cena's like the biggest heel in the company now and shocked the entire world, and also, like Eric said, broke the internet.
Yep.
So now, I mean, Finn Balor, those guys, they're heels. Dominic Mysterio, they're heels.
That's an interesting one going on right now because you got like a heel turning heel on a heel because Dominic gave him a hug the other day and then gave that like little look after, so
Yep.
it's a heel turning heel on a heel.
Unless if they switch one of them to face. I don't think they'd ever switch Dominic Mysterio to
They
face.
keep no, he's got so much
He gets
heat.
booed every single
He's got the
he
greatest
he
heat.
can't even talk.
It's
when
so
he gets-
good.
It's so funny, but it's messed up. He can't even talk.
Yeah.
You see at his own wedding, they were even booing him too.
I did not see that. That's
I saw
great.
that the other day.
Like he was trying to make a speech?
It was on Instagram Reels or TikTok, and he was trying to do his speech, and all you hear is boom.
Let the guy get married for crying out loud.
Like there, and I tried so
on.
hard not to laugh.
The question is, was Liv at the wedding?
I don't know.
Actually, at the time, it would have been Rhea. So was Rhea at the wedding?
Was Buddy Matthews there?
Oh, man. It gets deep.
Oh,
It
no.
gets deep. I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
Mate, why are you marrying my wife?
Actually, the day that I saw Big Al with his Final Boss T-shirt, someone was walking by me in the hall with a Rhea Ripley T-shirt, like just a random person, and I was just like, "That's how you know wrestling's back. Wrestling's
Yeah,
cool."
absolutely.
Like literally, like 2 minutes after I saw your Final Boss shirt, and I was like, "Oh wow, man!" Like, because that's new merch, you know, like the Final Boss, that's brand new.
It's a sick shirt too. Not gonna lie.
You know,
It
that's
is.
a newish character, and then literally I like turn the corner and someone comes walking by me with a Rhea Ripley T-shirt, and I was like, "All right,
Bro, I haven't
wrestling's back."
I haven't had a John Cena shirt since like Super Cena back in like 14 and 15. Now you said that he's turning heel.
I told you.
Waiting until that
I wasn't-
You have a Punk shirt on.
I do have a Punk
now.
shirt on right
Hey,
now.
Oh, the AEW one. That's a cool
Anyways, no,
shirt.
but back to what I was saying.
WWE.
Like, I mean, I'm just thinking now I should get a Cena shirt. I haven't had a Cena shirt since like 2014.
My stepmother has like 3 or 4 Cena shirts because she's a big Cena fan, and I've always been like, I'm not wearing that bright orange, I'm not wearing that blah blah blah. But
You sound like
I
a
will,
rock right now.
I will, yeah. But I will definitely be looking into whatever John Cena heel shirts come out and rocking those with pride, and looking at little kids who look at me with a mean face, like, yeah.
Those kids were devastated. There's so many videos of them crying.
That's how I actually found out back in the day that wrestling is a work. I was inconsolable because King Macho Man Randy Savage kept cheating to beat Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I was there live, and Queen Sensational Sherry had a brick in her purse, and they hit Hacksaw with it, and I was crying for hours about how come the referees never see when the bad guys cheat. And then my stepmother told my father, "You have to tell him that Macho Man and Hacksaw Jim Duggan are probably having burgers and beers together, saying, 'You see how we made that kid cry?'" Ooh, yeah. Oh.
Actually, my dad, my dad actually saw the Undertaker debut at Survivor Series.
I was there as well. Hartford?
At the Hartford.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, I was there.
Wow.
Hartford.
This is
what
new,
was it,
everyone.
The Civic Center
Hartford Civic Center.
before it became the XL.
When the Whalers still
Yep.
played there.
Yeah, he was a Whalers fan too.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I've always tried to look for myself in the pay-per-view, but I've never found myself. But I will tell you that was also...
Who does it?
Because one time when I put the Undertaker's debut back on, I was like, maybe I can find you in the crowd. He's like, dude, I don't even remember where I sit. So,
Yeah. Ask your dad then about the gobbledygooker, because we were unfortunate enough to be there for the premiere of the gobbledygooker.
When that guy like lay an egg like in the middle.
It was a big giant egg that was going around to like all these different.
That is mad weird.
And if you remember, Survivor Series was a Thanksgiving thing, so why the hell was there an egg anyway? You know, and the big mystery was what's coming out of the egg, and everybody thought that
it was
$1 million man's.
It was like a gobbledygook.
It was a freaking guy in a turkey costume.
Which made no sense, but that's possibly one of the worst things in
So I
wrestling
heard
history,
that the
too.
$1 Million Man's mystery team member was supposed to come out of the egg, but then can you imagine if the Undertaker premiered out of an egg?
That would have been like, that would have been horrible.
He would have been ruined.
Let's stay with the coffin instead of the egg. But
So the word is the gobbledygooker was like a last minute, what do we do with this egg now? Because
Have
we've
any
been
of you
leading up
guys-
to
off
this.
that, has any of you guys ever seen the Gimmick Battle Royal back from WrestleMania 17?
Most likely.
I know there was one. Oh, jeez.
There was
Actually, no,
there were
never
a
mind.
few
That wasn't the right
guys-
match.
There was a guy named Doink the Clown. The gobbledygooker was in it.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Because Jim Cornette,
Bash Jim Booger,
I'm the booger
the
man.
Bushwhackers,
the Bushwhackers. I'm remembering this event now.
Brother Love.
Dude, Brother Love. You know Brother Love is Bruce Pritchard?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Uh huh.
Who else was in it? The Iron Sheik.
Ah.
Oh, Rock.
Hogan.
Bubba.
I hit the
you.
Monday.
I hit you, Hogan.
I hit the Monday. I can't say that for it on
Sergeant
here.
None of us have a
was
good-
in it too. The Sarge was a really classic character. And then I'm trying to think who else was in the Gimmick Battle Royal. But I don't know. I just thought I would bring it up. That was the same year when Austin ended up turning heel with McMahon, and they bashed The Rock with 1,000,000 chairs, which
Was Tatanka in that battle royal?
Probably.
I think he
you
was.
probably have to like.
I'm Wikipediaing it in the moment. I can't admit to knowing all of this information offhand.
That was back in 2001 too, so that was also like almost 24 years ago.
One of the best WrestleManias of all time, in my opinion.
What?
17.
Yes, it's definitely up there. But I'd also like to put up there WrestleMania 18 too. I liked when Rock and Austin faced for the first time in 15, where Mick Foley came down there and McMahon got banned from Shawn Michaels, who was the GM at the time, and said, "There's only one man that," and there's something about some rule book or something like that, or that states that can use the Heartbreak Kid or whatever.
That's my favorite wrestler. You be careful.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Actually, I just talked to someone today that is favorite wrestler Shawn Michaels too.
That's the Heartbreak Kid. He's the number one,
very-
Mr. WrestleMania.
I like
Always.
Shawn Michaels. I always respect Shawn Michaels.
He's a big believer.
On that subject,
he's a big believer in Christ.
yes, he is. He's born again.
Yep.
I've read the book twice. On that subject, my number one is Shawn Michaels. Big Al.
John Cena.
John Cena.
Wow.
Well, I knew that. I don't know if he knew that.
I did not know that.
Well, yeah, but it's for the purpose of everyone watching, in case they want to know. They're getting to know us.
What's your guy? If you guys, I asked my dad this one time, and this is a question for you guys. If you guys want to answer this or whatever, what's your guys? If you guys had to do a tag team, and say if it was an elimination tag match, traditional, you know how they do the 5-on-5 at elimination? No, Survivor Series. You know
Yeah.
how they do that. If you had to have 5 people on your team, who would it be? And it doesn't matter what era it is. It can be anything you want.
Your Survivor Series team.
I'm saving mine for last.
Are we talking like Raw versus SmackDown or?
No, just like anyone in general.
Okay.
Like in WWE. It can be the past, the present, future, doesn't matter.
That's an interesting question.
I feel like I've probably fantasy booked this in my head before, or at least on my 2K24 game.
Oh
And
yeah.
it just came out with 25.
Yeah,
I heard it's
25.
fantastic.
I heard it.
We're not getting it
I
at
heard
some
too.
point.
Yep.
And MLB The Show too, eventually.
I don't play the show anymore. My brother does.
So my team captain is Shawn Michaels. I'm writing this down because I'm a nerd.
All right.
If you're listening to 103.5 WCCH with Eric, DJ Gingey, DJ Daymen, and Big Al.
That's right.
The Gingey Forum, GWF,
Gingey Wrestling
Wrestling
Forum.
Forum. See, we're getting used to this. This is it's a working title from now on.
We should do this also before WrestleMania hits too, like the week before, or we should do a recap after it happens.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So this is for posterity's sake. This is what's the date today, gentlemen?
It is the 14th.
Today is March 14th. We are just a little over a month away from WrestleMania.
It
It
is
is April 20th and 21st.
I thought it was the 19th.
19th and 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easter. We're gonna get Easter baskets
And
So-
John Cena shall rise again.
and Cadbury mini eggs. We're
I'll go after
gonna chow
I know,
down
I know,
on
I know
those
that,
and
I know,
jelly
I know.
beans. We're gonna watch Mania. We're gonna watch Cena versus Cody
Jelly
Rhodes.
beans.
The American Nightmare versus the C Nation.
All right, now I'm making myself hungry. I'm not even gonna have a
So-
full meal until
So
like
Damon
2
has Shawn
afternoon.
Michaels as his team captain. Who else
Yeah,
you got?
Sean and Kurt Angle,
Oh,
because he's my number 2 of all time anyway.
Bro won a gold
right.
medal with a broken neck.
With a broken freaking neck.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't phrase that right.
I'm stuck at 2 because I'm trying to put together a good team. I want to get a tag team in here now.
Tag team. Hardy
Go for
Boys.
it.
I think I'm going Dudley's.
All right. Dudley's is good.
And then who's my wild card? Let's go with like a middleweight. You know what? Because I'm from San Diego, let's go with Ray. So here's my team. I've got Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, the Dudleys, and Rey Mysterio.
Shawn Michaels, the Dudleys.
Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio.
It's good.
I feel like that's a good balanced team.
Sounds pretty good.
What if just for giggles one of us asks like ChatGPT or something? See what they say.
What you gotta do?
You know, I'm gonna do that. I'm taking out my phone right now. Let's go.
What
in.
would be your ideal?
I mean,
So-
Eric, if you even want to like pick right now which ones you would like to go for it. Like, I mean, you don't have to just wait for Damon to name his because like he's thinking right now. I already know my 5, but I'm not gonna say it until you guys figure it out. So
All right. All right. This is what it gave me: Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Kurt Angle. And according to this, it says this team has power, technical skills, mind games, and leadership, making them nearly unbeatable.
I almost imagine if this is giving you, like, for 2K24, like, the best Survivor Series team based off of overall ratings.
It's probably like some type of website just to be like, oh, what would I pick on, or like on Google or some site for your like I said, your traditional.
So that was ChatGPT's team.
Yeah.
What's your team?
My
You can't just
team.
take off of chat. I mean, if you want to, but like.
Yeah. I know. Let's see if we're going with let's say like a cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, like a high flyer. I have no idea, dude.
All right, bro.
I'm overthinking this way too much,
Okay.
and I don't even know why. I don't know. Do you want to go, Al?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
if you're thinking on it.
Yeah.
So, number 1, John Cena. Number 2, The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Undertaker. And Brock Lesnar.
All right.
I mean, just all heavy hitters, my man.
Well, I'm just telling you, it kind of sounds weird because I don't know if Brock Lesnar and John Cena would ever team against each other after the rivalry they had, but we're just not going to get into that. But I'm just saying, who's beating that team?
Give me your 5 again. Cena, Rock, Brock.
Stone Cold and Cena, Rock, Brock, Stone Cold.
I mean, you could almost call this a Mount Rushmore.
No, because, what was it? It was Cena, Rock, Brock.
Stone Cold and Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate, tell me who's beating that 5.
I mean, there's an argument to be said that this is like the top 5. This is a Mount Rushmore, not even just a wrestle. I wouldn't make my Survivor Series team the Mount Rushmore. Your Survivor Series team could have like a logo that has like them on the Mount Rushmore. I
want Brock to come back. I haven't seen Brock in so long, but the problem is just
those allegations.
he's also on his farm making a lot of money too.
Have you seen the video of him doing Stone Cold
Oh my
Steve
God,
Austin
no, please.
talking about what he's got on the farm?
You see him on the Pat McAfee show one time?
Yeah, he's.
I think that's what it was. I think that's
got
what it
moves,
was too.
and I got.
Something like that. But Cowboy Brock is such an amazing character, and I even when Brock was a heel, I still loved Brock.
I liked Boombox Brock. I don't know. There was just something about him kind of
That was
letting
like
loose.
a meme, like after it happened.
Seeing such a big dude. We're going to have a special phone guest. This is my best friend from high school who went to WrestleMania 39 with myself, my wife, his 2 kids.
Well,
his
we're
2
going
sons.
to the phones at 413. What's the number?
552-3320 or something like that.
So what's the person's name so I can say it on the...
Claudio Ricardo Vasquez. Go ahead.
Welcome, welcome, Claudio Vadio Rasquez. I said that right.
Claudio Ricardo Vasquez.
Calling in on the name of the show, Eric.
The Gingey Wrestling Forum,
The Gingey
GWF.
Wrestling show. Gingey Wrestling Forum.
Yes, Forum. Yeah.
GWF, you said?
Yeah.
So we're welcome to the GWF with Eric, DJ Gingey, Big Al, and DJ Daymen. Thank you for coming on the show, brother. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, I want to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. What's a good word?
We're getting ready to wrap up the show soon, but the subject we just left off on right before we called you was Dream Survivor Series teams. Pick your 5 real quick. Hold on real quick. Welcome. There you go. I wanted to give you a little applause, Ricky.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to call him Claudio Ricardo Vasquez. Just call him Ricky.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, Ricky works. No big deal. Let's see. All right, are we doing all time or are we talking current wrestlers?
Honestly, bro, it doesn't matter. It could be current. It could be any era. You name it.
Oh, okay. Give me Flair.
Flair.
Give me Orton. Yeah, Ric Flair. Give me Randy Orton. Give me Stone Cold. And are we doing 4 classic 4 Survivor Series?
5.
5.
5? All right. Give me Stone Cold. Give me The Rock.
Ugh.
Yeah. And you know what? I would love to see Triple H in that mix.
Wow.
we're gonna win this for my team.
Coming from that though, that is an actually pretty great team. I mean, I just named mine a second ago. If you want to hear off mine,
Very similar.
It's very similar. John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, and Brock Lesnar.
Nice.
Mine's kind of full of underdogs.
The reason why I went with mine was I needed some dirty players.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, for sure.
Right? I needed the only person now that I had a little time to process. The only person I feel like I left off was HBK.
So he's going to interfere in the match?
I think if anything, I might swap him out with The Rock.
Oh, really?
Ooh, okay.
That's actually kind of a take.
Yeah.
Name your team again, Ricky. You had Flair.
So it was Flair. It was Orton, Randy Orton. Again, and I'm talking heel Orton. Give me the dirty Orton.
Word.
Legend Killer Orton. And then give me Triple H. It was Triple H, Stone Cold, and HBK.
Okay. I got you. So mine was Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, the Dudleys, and Rey Mysterio because I was putting together like a Survivor Series match.
That's definitely unique.
I wanted to spread it out. I needed a tag team. I wanted a cruiserweight. I wanted some heavy hitters. So that was mine.
I like Ricky's. I like Ricky's. Ricky's is cool.
Yeah.
So.
And then DJ Gingey has not revealed his list yet.
Yeah,
So
we're
Ricky,
saving
you're gonna
DJ Gingey for the last. So.
Yep. Mine's kind of full of underdogs. So you got Punk. For the tag team, we got DIY, Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano. At 4,
wow.
Rob Van Dam. And 5, we got Randy Orton.
RVD and the Legend Killer.
Gotta get a high flyer in there.
That's a mix.
So quite a mix with all 3 of these lists. So 4 actually.
Yeah, that's the Indie Survivor Series team.
The Indie Survivor Series
Yep.
team.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The Indies and Orton.
Exactly.
So do you want good guy Orton or do you want bad guy Orton?
I want heel Orton.
All right.
Bold
Very good.
Randy.
So that's our picks for the Survivor Series teams. Ricky, thank you for being a guest.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good rest of your day.
We will have you on again if you're open to it, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Anytime, guys. Take care.
Have a good one, brother.
Toodles.
So it's about
Once again, yep.
10:51. So we'll wrap up in about 2 or 3 minutes. And I definitely think we should definitely come back either before WrestleMania or after the fallout of WrestleMania.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky for taking a bit of
for sure.
for taking the time out of his
And
day to
shout
give
out
his
for a
input.
great list too. How about that?
Yeah. I'll have to tell you guys the next show about Ricky sent me a video. He got to be a referee for a small indie promotion at like a county fair.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
And he was that classic referee who the bad guy's manager threw a chair in the ring. And instead of just getting rid of the chair, he had to hand it to the timekeeper with his back to all the action.
Why do I feel like it's something somebody would do in like a WWE video game?
100%, you know, and I'm like, Ricky, turn around, you know, and you're that oblivious referee, and then the bad guy punched the other guy with knuckles, and he missed the whole thing. That's a story for next time.
Oh, absolutely.
Cena is a heel, y'all.
And I think there's going to be much bigger things to come. He's going to be on Raw, face to face with Cody during the European tour. Where are they at? Was it
Belgium this week.
Belgium, yeah.
Special start time Monday at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Netflix is going to be live, so.
I hope I don't miss it because I might be working.
I'm working. I got to watch it when I get home. It sucks.
I might be.
I'm going to be home watching.
I don't know. Like, if I'm not, I might be, though. That's the thing. So, if I'm not, like, my friend's like, just go back and watch it. I'm like, I'd rather watch that live.
Yeah.
Stay off of social media.
That's what's going to happen on Monday. So, that being said, Big Al reminded you all that there is a special start time for Monday Night Raw. Monday afternoon Raw.
Well, they have to do it because they're in Belgium, and Belgium's like 5 hours ahead of us, and that's 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, and that was the deal with Netflix, is they said they're always going to be live no matter where they're at. So get used to it.
How do those guys go from New York before we wrap up all the way to Belgium? For crying out loud.
That's a trip.
Yep.
It's quite a task.
It's quite a trip,
it's on
for
the other
sure.
side of the world.
Gentlemen, this was fun.
This
I said,
yeah.
we'll either be back before WrestleMania or the fallout from one of the wildest WrestleManias
Or both.
to come.
Yeah,
Or both.
Depends on what we got going on schedule wise.
Yeah, definitely semester wise. We'll have to see what's up. But other than that, thanks for listening, and we'll be back either before WrestleMania or after. This is. Go ahead, take us out, Eric.
This is the GWF, the Gingey Wrestling Forum. I'll see you later. See you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Tune into my show later on, 103.5 WCCH, the DJ Gingey Show, 12:30 to 1:30. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Let's go, see you. I don't know, boys. I think we killed it.